Welcome back. Here to do your love reading for December 2018. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus, for December 2018. There are 2 readings that are up for every sign this month, so please check that if you are interested. There's a general Celtic cross as well posted for you, Taurus. So thanks for being here. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. And let's see, whenever you're watching it is perfectly the right time. This would spread like right before December, during, and probably just a smidge into the new year too. But you know, whenever you're watching this is just the perfect right time. So December, Taurus, and this is your love reading. This is where you are, how you see your person, how you feel about your person, where they are, how they see you, how they feel about you, the energy of the relationship itself, obstacle, advice, and potential outcome. Okay, let's take it from here. And the Taurus, the under the deck undercurrent energy for your love or person reading is the Queen of Cups. So one or both of you is caught up in the feelings this period. You are, there's a feeling of potential affection here and unconditional support perhaps. Definitely an emotional tie to somebody and them toward you. I would say that if this is the undercurrent, there's definitely a feeling of this in some ways that isn't a mutuality. Didn't say this is meant to be, but it's a mutuality. So let's see, you know, what's happening here. I'm gonna set this on my table for a second. All right, so where are you? So you are in this reading holding the energy of the 4 of Pentacles. So you might be trying to maintain or hold on to something very important to you. Maybe you've established some success or some something that you believe is very valuable to you. You might also be having a wall up right now. You might be a little bit guarded against this person because maybe there's a reason to be. So this definitely is where you're embodying Taurus. It's also an earth sign card, although I don't try to read the signs so much, but this is definitely you holding on, maybe protecting yourself or protecting something that's important to you. The way you see your person is with a fondness. You're remembering some good times and just thinking about that there is a good connection here, or there was at least. You're remembering them with you're remembering the good times. Doesn't matter what's come between you to this point. You definitely have a fondness and affection that you're thinking about or remembering during this time. Yet you might be very protective of yourself for some reason. I'm sorry, this is how you see them. So you see them in the light of this connection. However, they're actually embodying in your mind this looking back on the past, kind of talking about the good times. You see them as thinking of the good parts of the relationship, maybe not even taking a realistic view about things that have gone on, or maybe they've contributed to something in a negative way, but they're not willing to kind of own up to it. So you see them as kind of in this kind of past fantasy zone. The way you feel about them is the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in other decks. So you actually feel that you want to, in some ways, rush in quickly with the communication. Maybe you're feeling like you want to reach out, especially over the holidays. We can all get kind of impulsive about those things. I would say that that's kind of a good pulse check on that is to just definitely check yourself if you're feeling lonely or you're feeling like you're reminiscing yourself at all. Be aware of impulsive communications, especially around holiday time. Now, where they are right now is the Hierophant. So they are probably sitting right now in a bit more of a conservative structure. They might be in a relationship, they might be in a marriage, they might be in a marriage with you, or committed relationship with you or somebody else. But they're sitting in a structure They're definitely more of a traditionalist right now. They're not in a rebellious mode. They're not in a take a chance mode. They're sitting in a more rigid structure and maybe not in a carefree sort of a mode right now. They see you as being more carefree. They see you as being more willing to take a chance, have fun, be light. You know, they see you as, you know, wanting to make it a fresh start. I'm going to try and see if this is going to be with or without them, though. When we clarify, the way they feel about you is the Page of Swords. So, I'm not sure if they're really forthcoming with communication right now. I'm not sure if I'm getting that they were really wanting to come forward with the truth. I think you do. I'm not sure if they do. I think they're very hesitant and conservative right now. I don't feel like they're really urgent here. I don't feel like they're urgent. We'll clarify. Potential energy of the relationship is definitely something's not quite on foot here. There's something off kilter. There's the Five of Pentacles in between the two of you. So, you know, there's a potential right there for you. There's this bright light right there behind you too. But at the same time, you're kind of caught up in the mire of the past, I think. And maybe a lack of communication. One or both of you might be blocking the other, blocking the communication. You certainly are putting a wall up in some ways here, Taurus. And I think they've got a rigid quality going on with them. So there's definitely something that's not as warm and fuzzy as the potential would say there is. Okay. The obstacle is the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Somebody is being defensive. One or both of you is being defensive right now. You've been through some battles with this person, maybe some out and out fights, quarrels, difficulties, and it's led to one or both of you blocking communication, not wanting to easily move forward. You're in a quandary about that. You're in a quandary about that, and I think you want clarity. You want the truth about that. It would say that they feel the same way. We'll clarify. The advice would be to not be impulsive, to step back and analyze, just go back into yourself, maybe heal, think, meditate, take it easy. Maybe this holiday period is better to connect with yourself, maybe even friends, but just to kind of retreat from trying to oversolve for this situation. Sometimes we push too hard and it just creates even, you know, more havoc. The potential outcome right now in this period, though, is the Page of Wands. So a spark of connection, a spark of communication is possible. So let's see more about that. Okay, let's do some clarifying, and then we'll also pull an oracle card for you, Taurus. So why are you feeling so blocked? Why are you blocking them? You feel you're definitely putting your guard up. Why is that? Looks like there's some hurt feelings for sure, but some battles in the past as an obstacle. What else can we see around why you're putting the block up? Something is unstable here in your foundation. There was something that you thought was going to happen and an offer you were hoping was going to come through. And you're still waiting. You're still waiting. You want to manifest. You want to create something. Something did not come. I'm getting that something did not come through. You were hoping on an offer that did not come through. And you see your person as Six of Cups. Is that you see them as they're in the mode of, yeah, there's a tricky energy there. We got the Magician. It flew out in the reverse, but there's a Magician. You see them as the Magician and the Knight of Pentacles, moving slowly, that they're manifesting for themselves. They're not actually coming through with the offer. And this is has got the ability to turn your Queen of Cups from being upright to not upright. And there's a Three of Cups that was revealing itself too. So, I mean, there's a possibility that there's a third party involved. You will know best, Taurus, but there could be other people involved in this scenario that are mucking up the works a little bit from it being smooth sailing. But you want to get to the truth. Do they really want to get to the truth too? Well, they're not offering it. They're not offering it. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands in the reverse. I'm going to read that as reverse because I had this feeling. you want to get to the truth. I'm not sure your person is feeling exactly the same way. They see you as wanting a fresh start, or that you're somewhat trustful. They do see you as that. Again, there's just an offer not coming through. A cycle may need to end to kind of like jumpstart this in a good direction. There is a connection here, though, or there is a decision that needs to be made to jumpstart this in the right direction. I think what's going to need to happen as an advice is, though, the both of you need to step back. You might, like we do with a lot of important situations and relationships, you might need to do your own evolution separately before you can come better together. There really just may need to be this time frame where you're separate before you can come together, that one or both of you feels stilted or blocked from moving forward together. And, you know, you'll know if it's meant to be. Looks like some cycle needs to end, because together there's an offer that's been extended that's not being taken, and it affects the happiness here, the wish fulfillment. It is a possibility still. I pulled the Lovers under the deck. I pulled the Sun under the deck. I just want to look at what's the nature of the arguments that have led till now, or the conflict that has led to now. Could be that it's in your mind, both of you, and that it's a burden that needs to be released. It's a mental burden and an actual burden that needs to be released. And we got the Lovers again. You can't make it up. Important lesson here, important relationship, important decision that needs to be made. And ultimately, there's a chance that there could be some communication during this December period. Need to let go of the angst, because you're not going to attract positivity if you're like all in that. Again, the Lovers, but in reverse. So you need to let go of the angst or any resentment around this, or close out the cycle before you can kind of come in with the Lovers, for sure. And there may need to be a piece of truth or some communication before that can happen. In this particular case, you may need to have a reconciled kind of a connection with this person to come to a meeting of the minds, at least get it out on the table, close some doors, come to some decisions, get some communication out. It does look like that might happen in this period. And we are in Mercury retrograde. So it's not unusual that this might happen, you know, during this period. So let's see if there's another message I can get for you. Let's see if I can get another message for you. For Taurus in love, a lot of potential to clear away the old, clear away the rejection, the hurt, drop the burden, drop your mental angst over this. You've got to go within to do that. It's very clear. One or both of you has to go within to do that this period. And you may have to then come out from a better place, and then you can maybe talk. Okay? Maybe in December, maybe in early January. Her Grace is the oracle from Journey of Love for you. Number 17 or 8. I'll read it for you. Her Grace. Taurus. Let's see. Okay. So the goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, within an essential deepening of relationship with your own body or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to paint, to play in nature, to swim, to collect shells, and lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She is calling to you from ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. This goes for men too. We all have feminine and masculine signs to us. She is coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessing into your life, who is trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body if you're female, or your own inner feminine if you are male. It may be a spiritual or physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or a dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. Well, there's a lot of lovers in this reading today. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you're growing. You are entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. So you need to connect, to me, this says, with your divine feminine. Maybe there is an actual person. Maybe this is someone in your life. But you may need just to connect with that in yourself and your knowledge and your wisdom and everything open and creative that comes from that. So don't be closed off. Hold out the energy of the divine feminine and the Queen of Cups. And that's probably where the most possibility will come this season for you. I wish you a lot of luck with it, Taurus, and let me know how it goes. Let me know if any of this resonated and how it pans out. And really have a great holiday season. Thanks for being here and coming back again soon. Take care.